Hello and welcome to another episode of our Speakeasy podcast. That's my boy Ken.
What's up, guys?
And I am John. And we are back for another episode to drink with you and have a merry old time.
Welcome to the Speakeasy, guys.
Welcome to the Speakeasy.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully you're sipping a bourbon too and enjoying yourself listening to two fools talk right now. So,
Two fools.
Yeah, but we're good, guys. We're all right.
We're good.
We're all right.
I am craving some bourbon because that's what we do. And what do you got for us today, my friend?
Okay, once again, I've been going into like the list of things we've had and what we haven't had, and this is another one I don't think we've ever had on the show
I've never heard of that
or
before.
featured on the show. A lot of times I say we haven't had some bourbons we've had on the show, but we haven't featured on the show. Right. So this is one we're going to feature right now. This is 1792 Sweet Wheat.
I've never heard of sweet wheat.
So, yeah, I picked this up. This was like when I first kind of started getting into the bourbon game, and it was like one of those bottles. Oh, you gotta get sweet wheat, you know. And if you see it, buy it. And I could see why, because I bought this when I bought this a few years ago, and from then till now, I don't think I've actually seen it on the shelves again.
But you've only drank that much of it.
I know.
So was it really that good?
I don't think I could say there was anything bad about it, but I guess I was just so all over the place experimenting with things and trying new things at the time. I kind of just put this one on the back burner for a little bit. But we're going to do it right now. And it's been a while since I've visited this one.
I always see your 1492.
1792.
1792. Stash behind me here.
Right.
And I am ready to...
sippy. Yeah, what do you got on those, Johnny?
It smells good. It smells like sweet wheat.
It smells like sweet wheat. Coming in at 45.6% alcohol, 91.2 proof.
You know what? It does have a distinct smell.
Mm-hmm. It's crafted with sweet and delicate wheat instead of the normal traditional rye. The bourbon is quite distinctive from most. The soft wheat delivers a subtle and smooth taste with gentle layers of flavor. Each sip expresses a harmony of sweetness and dryness. Enjoy the perfectly balanced flavor that will entice your senses.
If that description and that voice did not turn you on, nothing will.
And then my laugh will turn you off. So there we go.
What am I smelling?
It's
very distinct.
I'm getting a little... I'm like sniffing over the microphone like this. I'm like, 'cause I want to talk. And it's brown sugary.
I do smell wheat.
Yeah.
I smell like...
But is it sweet?
This is going to sound so weird and so probably... You ever order like buckwheat pancakes?
I've smelled
Are you
buckwheat.
familiar with buckwheat?
Listen to this. I've recently smelled buckwheat honey. So I guess there might be some kind of relation.
Not the little Rascals kid. Not that guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
With the what?
Well.
With the what?
Nothing.
Buckwheat.
Buckwheat, yeah.
It smells different from stuff that we've had.
Maybe
before.
a little more hay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like all right.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Smooth going in. A little bit on the back end. I feel it.
Yeah.
On the back of the throat.
Okay.
But I like it. It's subtle. It's very easy.
Yeah.
What was the proof you said? I know you said it. I'm sorry.
91.2.
No.
So it's not like a super, super boozy one.
No, nothing crazy.
Yeah. But it's good.
Easy drinking. Good stuff.
Easy.
I like it.
Yeah. Is it worth the hype? I wouldn't say it was worth the hype, at least back then.
Yeah. So 1792.
It's a little nutty on the palate too, I think.
Yeah, you'd like that nutty.
Yeah.
What the distillery is not 1792. Is that the distillery?
No, I think this one's actually, if I remember correctly, I was going to say Barton, but
Bardstown.
Well, it's out of Bardstown, Kentucky. But let's see, distilled and bottled by Barton, 1792 distillery.
Barton's,
Yeah,
okay.
so yeah.
Because you got quite a few of them.
Yeah.
This one's bottled.
You know, out of all of them, I would say Bottle and Bond is probably my favorite.
No, it's not bottle and bond.
No, I actually finished
Single
that bottle.
barrels.
I finished my bottle and bond recently, which makes sense.
And you got a
'cause
12-year.
Yes, we've had the 12-year on the show.
Okay.
Yeah, we've done it. And I have a full proof store pick there, too, which I can't recall if we had on the show. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Good stuff.
Not too shabby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. A budget-friendly bottle, or
At the time?
at the time, right? It's been
Yeah,
probably been
I
a
don't think-
while.
I don't
You
think-
probably can't even see that anymore.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know. I don't think I broke the bank on this one. No,
But
no.
That's probably not something you could find now. Right?
I would say at the time maybe in the 50-ish range. I'm not sure. Compared to bourbon, bourbons nowadays seem to be going higher, up and up in
Yeah.
price. But at that time, it's been a while. Like I said, I haven't seen it on the shelves again. I only scored one bottle of it. It's here. We're drinking it. And it's. I think that's part of the reason too, because I never scored in other bottles where I'm kind of like, oh, I got a backup or something, so I haven't really drank it too much.
I can't remember ever seeing a 1792 in the stores though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're there?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, you can definitely get those.
All right,
Yeah, but not bad.
No.
Sweet wheat.
good stuff.
All right.
Sweet wheat.
Sweetie. So, in other things, me and John were talking about this prior to doing this episode. We were talking about
bullshitting.
things. Yeah, we were BSing and we're like, what kind of topic would we talk about? Something we have passion for, something that we can talk and that maybe other people can relate to. A lot of times when you watch movies and you see something, you always look at the actors, you look at
The writers.
the writers, you look at, even producers, things of that sort. But, sometimes that thing that you have to realize is there's someone that is making this movie into what it really is. The direction of this movie. And who kind of provides that direction, Johnny? I mean,
You're a director.
Exactly. And they're basically the ones that are saying to go left or right, and they're the ones saying, this is my vision, this is where I want to go with this, and this is how I'm going to do this. And we were just kind of brainstorming, like, all these directors, and we were just talking about it, and we're like, wow, this would be a good episode to talk about a lot of these directors and what they've done and how they've kind of ultimately changed a lot of our lives and how we view things and how we perceive things and, how we watch some of these movies and everything,
So it's funny because it just hit me. We were talking about this right before we started.
Yeah.
And you think of like popular directors, popular producers, popular writers, and then it hit me in the head, and I'm like, but what's the difference between a director and a producer?
Well, producers, a lot of that's funding. That's about who's putting up the money. Not to say the producer doesn't have a hand in it, but they're the ones who have basically the faith in this project, and they say, I'm going to help fund this project. Directors are the ones who are taking their money and saying, this is the direction I'm going with it.
Yes, thank you. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Did you just look that up?
So I did, because when we were looking up some of our favorite directors, we saw multiple names for different movies.
Yeah.
Because somebody might be a producer for a movie, but a director for another.
Yes, and vice versa.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
And it got me thinking, and I said, in my head, what is really... Because you'll look at... There's always one director.
Yeah.
But if you look at the credits of a movie, there'll be like 3 producers.
Exactly.
4 executive producers.
Exactly.
Right? And most of the... sometimes you'll see the stars of
the producer as
movie
well.
are the executive producer, right? They get the credit for that.
Yeah.
And it makes you think, what is the role of some of these people? And
well, if they're investing in it, don't think that they may not have any kind of hand in the direction it's going.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
they anybody who puts their money in is going to have a little bit of a say.
Yes,
in
especially if
what
they
goes on.
directed movies in their time as well.
Right.
I mean, you could have someone like Tim Burton, who I think directed, like, say, the first 2 Batmans, but
yeah,
I don't know if he directed the third or he was just producing or he had a hand in it or something of that sort. There was,
right.
Right. And then, it goes vice versa between. We talked about Robert Zemeckis in Back to the Future, and how he was director, but then there's...
And you got George Lucas and Richard Donner, right? Don't they collab in a lot of... I'm sorry, George Lucas and Steven Spielberg.
And Spielberg, like the Star Wars. E.T. was it E.T.? I think he might have been in. I know Spielberg, but was that Lucas?
E.T. All the Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. Yes, that's it. Yes.
But I am looking up. So, okay, he is. I wasn't aware because Tim Burton did the original Beetlejuice,
Yes.
and now Beetlejuice 2 is coming out this year.
Yes.
And I didn't hear if he was involved or not. And I just looked it up, and he is the director. Again.
He is.
He is.
I
I didn't know that.
I love. He's a weirdo, but I love Tim Burton.
You're a Tim Burton guy.
I always loved Tim Burton. Tim Burton. I mean, he did you want to go back when he did Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and as kids we watched. I don't know. I can't speak for John, but I watched that like on repeat.
100%.
Yeah.
So his movies, right? Or he's out there, like you said.
Yes.
But if you look at his movies, he's got a lot.
He's got a pretty good resume between Edward Scissorhands,
The Corpse Bride,
Well,
The
Corpse
Nightmare
Bride.
Before Christmas. These are like
Big Fish, Sleepy Hollow,
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of Johnny Depp and
that's his boy.
what's the girl?
Helena Bonham
Carter.
Carter. She basically that's his wife.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. Or they're I don't know if they're actually married or what, but yeah, that's
Sleepy Hollow, Sweeney Todd, right? That's all Miss
Sweeney Todd,
Peregrines,
Depp.
Home
It's a lot of
for
Depp
whatever
stuff.
it is, yeah.
Yes.
Like you said, the Batmans, Mars Attacks. You go back to he did a Dumbo. Yeah, Tim Burton's.
So Tim Burton, believe it or not, a lot of people don't know this.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
I don't know if he directed that though. That was what's his name from Happy Days? Ron Howard. That was Ron Howard.
Yeah, this is like the 1966 version.
Oh no!
I don't know why he's.
No, I don't know why that's there.
Yeah, I don't know why it's there.
And Ron Howard is another one. Awesome director, which we didn't even talk about prior to this.
You got
Beautiful Minds. The
Bruce
Grinch.
Willis and Ben Affleck go up into
Armageddon.
Armageddon,
That
right?
was
I
him?
believe that was Ron Howard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's a big one too. But a lot of people don't realize this, and I feel like I brought this up on the podcast before. Tim Burton was a Oingo Boingo fan.
Oingo Boingo.
And you know who the lead singer of Oingo Boingo?
He writes a lot of the music for a lot of freaking movies.
Yes.
His name is
Can you say?
Michael
No.
Edward
No.
Johnson.
No. Danny Elfman.
Danny Elfman's Oingo Boingo?
Yes.
Okay.
So Danny Elfman he's behind a ton of movies. I mean, from Men in Black and basically any Tim Burton film. So he brought him in. He was the lead singer of a band. Tim Burton said, "I want you to compose music for me." And Danny Elfman's like, "I've never done that before." And he took him off this band, and now he's one of the best freaking composers. He's up there with John Williams. He's like,
I'm thinking of somebody else. Who? Who's the band that's saying "Whip It Good"? That's
Devo.
Devo. The lead singer of Devo is a very popular writer.
Is he?
Music composer. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah.
But yeah, so Tim Burton's he's got a lot of and his stuff is freaky. Did he just do the? I don't know if you saw it. Did you see Wonka?
Yes.
The new one.
Yes.
That was pretty freaking good. Was that him?
I don't know if that was Tim Burton.
No?
I don't think it. Actually, I don't think it was. Okay. I don't think it was. Let's move on from Tim Burton, though.
I was thinking of Mark Mothersbaugh.
Oh, okay.
He does a lot of music for a lot of movies.
Yeah. But we can get into composers another time.
So I am actually a Scorsese's guy.
Okay.
Obviously.
Why is that obvious? Because you're Italian.
Because I'm Italian.
All right.
I mean, Goodfellas is my favorite movie of all time.
Casino.
The Irishman.
The Irishman. Departed.
Departed.
And my all-time favorite, because my boy Daniel Day-Lewis is in it, Gangs in New York.
Gangsters in New York.
Gangsters. Gangs in New York.
The Departed is one of my favorite movies.
And he did like Shutter Island too, as well. And he actually had a hand in Hugo, which is I liked Hugo.
I don't know Hugo.
Good movie.
Yeah.
It's more like
It's about a robot, right? Who knocked up a stewardess?
No. But it's a robot that. But yes, Scorsese has been involved in quite a few things. One of the greats.
Yeah. I mean, you got Taxi Driver, I believe. Robert De Niro back in the day. Taxi Driver.
Yeah, Taxi Driver.
Bull Durham. Not Bull Durham. The other De Niro movie,
Raging Bull.
Raging Bull. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, that was Scorsese as well. Could have been. Richard Donner.
Richard Donner was
Lethal Weapons.
the Lethal Weapon movies. Yeah. All 4.
Yeah.
There's a lot, man. There
Yeah.
is a lot. You got Spielberg, Lucas, Donner. You got Kevin Smith. Right?
Kevin
All the
Smith.
Clerks.
That's John's alley right
I
there.
love it. The Clerks, Chasing Amy.
Yeah. Mallrats.
Mallrats.
Jane Silent Bob.
All that stuff. Great director. Great New Jersey guy.
Yeah.
You got Clint Eastwood. A
Gran
lot of good
Torino,
stuff. Yeah.
$1 Million Baby.
$1 Million Baby. There's so many really popular directors.
Probably one of my favorites though is Quentin Tarantino, man.
I'm not a Tarantino guy.
Man.
His movies are freaking weird.
Reservoir Dogs, Dust Till Dawn,
Yeah, I like Dust Till Dawn. To be honest,
Kill Bills,
I've
Pulp Fiction. Did you watch Pulp Fiction?
never seen it.
Oh my God, Johnny!
Nor Kill Bill.
God. Reservoir Dogs.
Bits and pieces.
Oh my! That's why you're not a fan because you haven't really watched them.
Reservoir Dogs. That's not Mr. Pink, Mr. White.
Yes.
Oh, I did see that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I did see that. Yeah. Weird movie.
Django Unchained.
That I'm not. I haven't
Oh
seen.
my
Is
God!
that not,
That's Tarantino.
yeah, but who's Jack? Who's the actor in that? I was gonna say
It's
Kevin
Jamie
Hart.
Foxx.
Jamie Foxx. Yeah.
And Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh yeah, he's in that too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
He's
never
like
seen it.
he's like the real villain, and
Yeah.
yeah, great Tarantino, dude.
It's
Do
too
yourself
long.
a favor. Do
Those
yourself.
movies are too long.
Do yourself Death Trap. Have you watched any of these, dude? This is up your alley. That's
What's
what I'm.
Death Trap? Is
It's
that Kurt Russell?
yeah.
Yes. And my girls are in that.
And
Where
the
he's
girls
in the race
on-
car.
Yeah, and she's
Yeah,
on the. She's
I love
on
that movie.
dude.
But is that Tarantino?
Yeah.
That's not Robert Rodriguez?
They both have a hand in it. It's like
Okay.
Dust Till Dawn is both of them kind of. They're both
Okay,
in
gotcha.
that. Even Tarantino had a hand in Sin City.
Bruce Willis?
Yeah, and he directed one scene. So have you watched Sin City?
It's been a while.
So he directed the scene, I think, when what's his name gets the gun stuck in his head or whatever. Benicio del Toro's character,
Benicio del Toro.
and he's in the car. He
Another
directed
one.
that. He directed
Yeah.
that scene actually. Yeah.
So, all right. So they had multiple directors in that movie.
A lot of times they do that. Yeah, they say this person's going to direct. It's like these shows sometimes you watch where you have one episode, one director will do it, then another one. You could kind of see their style.
Yes.
And you could see, like, Robert Rodriguez has his own style. Tarantino has kind of his own style. But those guys mesh amazingly together.
And that happens a lot in series like Walking Dead, right?
Yeah.
So recently, I went to at the Wellmont Theater In Conversation with the Sopranos. It was called,
All right.
and it was Michael Imperioli, who was
Okay.
Christopher, Steven Sciarippa, who was
was it Fab?
no, Bobby Bacala,
Oh, Bob
and
Bacala.
Vincent Pastore, who was Big Pussy.
Big Pussy, that's it.
And it was kind of a Q&A, and they showed slideshows. And that was the most hysterical part of the whole show was, how do you feel about you're known as a guy named Pussy?
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And it was basically a show with a lot of slideshows
All right.
and a lot of talking about behind the scenes.
Gotcha.
And a lot about the director was David Chase, right? Well, he was the creator of the show.
All right.
But he didn't, as the creator, there were different directors who did different So it was David Chase's show.
Yeah.
And he was the main writer, main producer.
Yeah.
But then you had like Steve Buscemi did a couple of directors.
Steve
you know what
Buscemi,
I mean?
yeah.
Buscemi. And it was a really cool show that we went to.
Yeah.
I took my brother. It was my Christmas present to him. We went just a few days ago. And it
Oh,
was-
this is recent.
Yeah. yeah.
Okay.
And it
That's
was one of the
cool.
coolest things I've ever been a part of.
Yeah.
Watching. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're right. There could be many directors.
Yeah.
Under one.
Yeah, sometimes they have an involvement and they'll do a scene or whatever. Yes. Which it kind of gets confusing too because a lot of times you're like, wait, is this Robert Rodriguez or is this Quentin Tarantino?
Because when Death Trap came out, I believe it came out with something else
Yes.
at the same time.
It was
right?
Death Trap and
But it was always like Robert Rodriguez presents. you know,
yes,
something like that.
Yeah, it was Death Trap and obviously the other one wasn't as. And I'm actually trying to see if it fills it in for me. No.
And even George Lucas, right? So he's the brains behind Star Wars.
Yeah.
I don't think he directed every Star Wars, though. Right? Wasn't he like the producer?
Or was it Death Machine? Was it Death Machine? Or no, it was Death Trap. I'm sorry.
Maybe it wasn't Death Trap. Look at us.
Yeah, because now it's going to bother us. That's why. So, anyways, Robert Rodriguez was Dust Till Dawn, Machete, Sin City.
Machete. That's my boy on there.
Once Upon a Time in Mexico, Sin City. I keep seeing Spy Kids.
It's Death Proof.
Death Proof. And what was the other one? From Dust Till Dawn. Shit, it's going to bother us now. Like, I feel like we need to look it up.
There's silence.
Because it's going to bother us.
It was Grindhouse Productions, Robert Rodriguez's Planet Terror.
Was it Planet Terror?
Yes.
That was it.
Yep. Planet Terror.
I got to rewatch those, man. I have to rewatch those.
Well, I mean, I have a gigantic crush on Rosario Dawson.
Well,
so I watched that movie a lot.
Well, she was in Sin City as well. And it's funny when you see the girl, she loses her. Oh, it was
Rose McGowan.
Rose McGowan. She loses her leg, and they connect a gun to it. How freaking weird is that?
Sick shit, right? But it was so cool.
And she starts lifting her leg and shooting people with her leg.
So cool, man.
Rodriguez, man.
There's some crazy minds, dude. I mean, we were talking about that recently with that show on Netflix, right? With Ethan Hawke and the Doomsday movie.
Yeah.
It's like, where do these sick people come up with some of this stuff?
Yeah, where's it
man?
coming from? Where's it coming? I feel like each director has their own, like James Cameron.
You know,
Like-
you almost can tell who's directing. the
Yes,
movie, right?
like James Cameron was another big one. I mean, he did Titanic. Well, he did Avatar, right? He did.
Avatar, yep.
He was another big name.
Francis Ford Coppola. So that's another cool show. I believe we talked about that too, right?
The Offer.
The Offer.
Yeah.
He wanted to do it his way,
Yeah.
and they gave him a hard time, and
Yeah.
it became probably the greatest movie of all time, is The
Yeah.
Godfather. There's a lot. Robert Zemeckis, man.
But one of my
We
favorites.
talked about him.
He's gonna go up there. He's on top of my list, bro. If I see his stuff is out there, I'll watch it. Guy Ritchie. Snatch, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. I mean, he just did The Gentleman. They have the series now and the movie. I like the series better.
I don't know much of his stuff, to be honest.
Well,
Maybe I do, and I just don't know.
he was
that I
like
do.
married to Madonna.
He was married to Madonna.
Yeah,
I remember that part, yeah. That's all I know about him, really.
yeah. He had his hand in Layer Cake, and he had his hand in. There was quite a few things out there, but most recently, like I said, The Gentleman is like his bit. Watch that show. Actually, it's pretty good, man. The Gentleman.
So let me
I think,
ask you a question.
Netflix? I don't know.
Does the director make the movie? You have your actors, you have your writers. If you have a good written movie, does it really matter who
I
directs the
think-
movie?
Yes, I think you know why, John, because I think there's a certain level of pressure. So a director gets hired for that job.
They're in charge of everything.
Yes, there's all the pressures there, And I feel like a director does make the movie. Look at John Hughes from the 80s, bro. Look, you can tell John Hughes by his movie. I mean, let's talk here. 16 Candles.
Ferris Bueller.
Breakfast Club. Home Alones.
Yes.
1 and 2.
And you can tell because a John Hughes movie always took place in Chicago.
Uncle
or
Buck.
the suburbs of Chicago.
Yeah, always Chicago. Uncle Buck.
Yeah.
I mean, these were all
Classics,
just
man.
classic, great.
St. Elmo's Fire? Was he a Sam? I think he was St. Elmo's
Yeah,
Fire.
was he?
Yeah.
Vacation movies.
Yes, he did the vacation movies.
Yep.
Yes, the National Lampoons.
Yes.
I don't think that is a very known fact that was him.
Yeah, John Hughes is.
Because you think of John Hughes, you think of like teen dramas.
Yeah. Is it
teen
Hughes
comedies.
or Hughes? Am I saying it wrong? I'm
Hughes.
saying
John Hughes.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
John Hughes.
I don't know.
Hughes?
I don't know. Hughes.
No, Hughes. Yeah.
Hughes.
Rest in peace.
Yes, he died. He died.
Very young.
Yeah,
Very
young. He would have been. He is a great. So I'm not gonna even say he would have been a great. No, he was a great.
I think
Doesn't
he was
matter. Yeah, he took over the '80s, the 1980, to 1990 until whenever the last Home Alone was.
Yeah.
That was him, man. That was him.
Yeah. Very under. Yeah.
Now now that's another thing I'm gonna look up. But yeah, John. Like what other movies did he do that were? I mean, it is Hughes's. I did say it right.
Hughes's? No, Hughes.
Oh, how do you pronounce it?
Yeah, it's Hughes.
I don't know. I just read it and I say, okay, that's. He did,
Hughes's.
Hughes, Pretty in Pink, Weird Science,
Weird Science.
Planes, Trains, and
Oh,
Automobiles.
look at those movies, man. Curly Sue.
Curly Sue.
Oh, man.
The Vacations, Great Outdoors.
He was the Great Outdoors?
Yeah.
No.
Flubber. Dutch. I like Dutch.
Dutch with Al Bundy is
Yeah, with
one of my favorite
Ed O'Neill,
movies
yeah.
of all time, man.
Yeah, I mean, I see some movies that came out after he passed. I kind of wonder if he just had a hand in it, or I don't think he necessarily directed them.
Yeah. He did a lot of good stuff. Beethoven, right?
Yeah, he was a great man.
Drill Bit Taylor. Made in Manhattan.
Yeah,
This is
but I think a lot of times it has to do with Flubber. It has to do with who wrote the movie too. A lot of times.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, who would you rather have? A great director or a great writer? Like, what?
Yeah.
I guess they have to come hand in hand.
Yeah. All right.
He did Mr. Mom.
Oh, that was John Hughes, huh?
Do you remember Mr. Mom?
Hughes. John Hughes.
John Hughes.
Now I'm gonna come out of.
I'm gonna
come out
what?
of.
Out of the closet.
Well, you may say that after I say this,
Oh God.
and I think one of the greatest as far as directors go and writers,
Well, who the hell is that?
Nora Ephron.
I don't know. Who
Which is
that
freaking unbelievable. Nora Ephron she died of cancer, but freaking unbelievable. I know. Don't judge. Sleepless in Seattle. You've Got Mail.
Never seen it.
Julie and Julia.
Never seen it.
Amazing movies. I know. I'm a chick
You
flick
need
guy.
to stop.
I'm a chick flick guy. Michael.
Michael, I've seen Michael. Right? Was that the Angel?
Yeah, I think so. Mixed Nuts.
I don't know what that is.
That's with Steve Martin. Yeah.
Yeah.
She died.
Oh, My Blue Heaven.
Yeah, My Blue Heaven.
Hey, that I know.
Yeah. She was great,
Yeah.
man. She was great.
This is,
Great.
I just learned
great.
something about you.
Yes.
Was she great? Yeah.
She yes, and amazing author too as well. So, and I don't want to be controversial because he's a little weird, but I'm gonna say one of the greatest was Woody Allen, man.
Yes. So I agree, right? So he was controversial. He was a weirdo.
He was a weirdo.
Dated his stepdaughter.
And married her
married her.
or his adopted daughter. It wasn't even like his stepdaughter. It was his
Left his hot wife for
He's like, I'm gonna adopt you
and then bang you.
But he did. I mean, more recent ones.
Sun Shu Chu or whatever. her name
Yeah,
is.
Midnight in
Sun
Paris.
Chu. The Odd Couple.
Yeah, To Rome with Love. These are like I said, I'm a little bit of a chick flick guy. I'm not too proud to admit it. But yeah, I mean, Woody Allen had some great movies that were just.
It's funny. We keep referring to our phones because it's the type of topic where you want to
Make sure we're on point with it.
not even that. You forget what some of these people did,
Yeah.
and
We don't want to necessarily sell them short. Is that the term?
I have one that we haven't talked about, and we didn't even talk about it when we were talking.
I was thinking about Mel Brooks, man.
You're an You just saw. You saw Mel Brooks.
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs. Young Frankenstein. Blazing Saddles.
Men in Tights.
These are things that you could not make today.
I told you I watched Blazing Saddles for the first time recently, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Robin Hood Men in Tights, right? Achoo.
Yeah.
Bless you. No, it's my name. Achoo. Who was that? That was.
Chappelle.
Was it Chappelle? It was
Yeah.
Chappelle, right? Yeah.
Yes.
History of the World Part 1.
Mm-hmm.
Silent movie. High Anxiety. Did you ever watch High Anxiety?
No.
That is a funny friggin' movie, man. It's
Space-
weird.
Spaceballs is the best, though.
Yes, but he did Hotel Transylvania, Adam Sandler. That's him. That's Mel Brooks.
Was it really?
Yes.
He was the director. I don't know if he was a director, though.
But he did Little Rascals, Toy Story. There's a movie with him. God, what was it? Screw Loose? No. It was like Under the Rainbow or Over the Rainbow.
All right.
And it was supposed to be about. Look who's talking. It was supposed to be about. And you couldn't, like I said, you couldn't make a movie about this now. He did a movie with all little people, midgets, however you want to say it, and it was supposed to be all the little people that were involved in Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
And it was a strange freaking movie. And it was
Right.
hysterical. It was like almost in between Wizard of Oz takes, and it was just filled with little midgets, dwarfs, however you want to say,
All right.
munchkins,
Little people.
And it was one of the funny. And I remember watching it as a kid, and it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. So funny.
You're a messed up human being.
Mel Brooks was just a phenomenal director.
All right, I'm going to throw a couple other names out here. Alfred Hitchcock.
Well, now you're going old. Yeah, Orson Welles.
Yeah,
Alfred
Orson
Hitchcock
Welles.
was the Birds, right? Did you ever watch the Birds?
No.
Alfred Hitchcock is Psycho.
Yes, I go. Hold on. Spike Lee.
There we go. Spike Lee, right? Do the Right Thing. That's one of my favorite movies too.
Yeah.
You ever watch Do the Right Thing?
No.
No?
No.
Great movie, man. How
guess
about
so.
Jungle Fever?
No.
Okay.
No.
That was like the first movie. Wesley Snipes, Annabella Sciorra.
I keep thinking Boys in the Hood. That wasn't him, though.
No, that was John Singletary.
John Singletary. There's another good one.
John Singletary, I believe, was Higher Learning as well. Remember Higher Learning?
Yes, I do. That was with Coolio. Well, he did the soundtrack, right? And Remy. Remy!
Yeah. Rip. Remy was Rip was in that though. Remy is Michael
Rappaport. Yeah.
But Rip is in that as the leader of the KKK. That's not Coolio. Higher Learning's not Coolio.
No, he did the song for it, though.
No, he didn't.
As I walk through the
No,
valley of the
that's
shadow
not that
of
movie.
death.
No,
And I
that's
take
a
look
Michelle
at-
Pfeiffer movie. That's
It was not Higher Learning?
No.
Dude, that wasn't Higher Learning.
No.
Bro.
No. Busta Rhymes was in Higher Learning.
Yeah.
No.
It wasn't Michelle Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer, no. She's not in it. No. That's a whole different movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no. Higher Learning is it's Lawrence Fishburne, it's Omar Epps, it's Ice Cube, Michael Rappaport.
Oh, Dangerous
Rip.
Minds.
Dangerous Minds. That's cool.
That was it.
Close, but no,
As
no
I walk
cigar.
through the valley of the shadow of death, I'll take a look at my life and realize
There's nothing left. Close.
Even my mama. Who else, Johnny? You just said Orson Welles. Guys, we have to give everyone shout outs here.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking through Spike Lee. James Cameron. We said that
We
already.
talked about him. Yeah, Titanic. One of the
Titanic.
greatest movies of all
Yeah.
time.
Really?
Wait, you don't think Titanic was one of the greatest movies of all time?
And Ridley Scott. Did we say Ridley Scott already?
No, we haven't. But back up. You don't think Titanic was one of the greatest movies of all time?
No. I mean,
I saw it 3 times in the movies. I can watch that movie every day.
really?
I love Titanic.
Well, Ridley Scott, he had a hand in the new Napoleon. I don't know if he was director.
I need to watch that.
Yeah.
The new Napoleon looks phenomenal.
Gladiator.
New Napoleon. Well, same actors, right? I feel like
Yeah.
the directors sometimes they pick the same actors.
They-
That's Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes, and that's like Leonardo DiCaprio and Scorsese.
Scorsese.
Yeah.
And De Niro and Scorsese.
And Tim Burton and Johnny Depp.
Yes.
Yes, it's always-
love it. The Martian.
Oh yeah, Martian, Blade Runner,
Thelma and Louise. Look at that. American Gangster.
the Robin Hood, not Men in Tights.
I don't like that one. Hannibal.
Yeah,
Okay.
G.I. Jane.
I see you. G.I. Jane.
War Party. Yeah,
All
the
right, we're
Blade
getting boring now. Let's drink this beer, though.
Yeah.
Because this is from Czig Meister. The director for Czig Meister is named, I don't know, Master Craft Brewing, Czig Meister out of Hackettstown. We've done some stuff from them. We've had clips from them. We've been there. This is an amber ale coming in at 5.2%.
All right.
I believe you said your neighbor brought you this over.
Yes, he
right?
did. Yes,
We did a few episodes ago. We did the Jack's Abbey,
Jack's Abbey. Yes, which he had.
and he brought this. This is called Prospector, 5.2%. Czig Meister over in Hackettstown,
Not
just
too
a
far
few
from here,
minutes
yeah.
over from here.
Yeah, it's got a nice color.
The can or the beer?
The beer.
Okay.
Okay.
I can't tell you the last time I had an amber ale. What is an amber ale really? Is it like a
Well, it's more like barley, I guess.
red ale?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, yeah,
yeah,
it's
right.
just
like an
you know,
Irish ale?
Yeah.
I
Cheers.
Cheers, man. Hey, thanks to
Andrew.
Andrew.
Thanks, Andrew.
Appreciate it. Yeah. It's a red ale.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
It's got a nice. It's got a little bit of bitter finish.
It's bitter, but not
Yeah.
bad in a bad way.
Yeah.
The Prospector was a wanderer with an eye for gold and the heart of a dreamer. This treasure seeker combined the countryside for precious metals, experiencing both the happiness of success and the misery of defeat. Our amber ale honors this hard worker with a combination of hops and malt that marries bitter and sweet with notes of caramel and biscuit. It's a strange description, biscuit, but I like it.
Okay.
I can do this. Easy drinking, you know?
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you don't want to have anything hoppy, you know? You're
Yeah.
looking for something a little lighter.
Yeah.
And you go for an amber.
It's not bad. It's I can sip on this.
Yeah. So, good stuff. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate it. Czig Meister, good as always.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, I wanted to throw another director out there real quick, but I couldn't remember his freaking name while we were talking about it.
For it. Roman Polanski.
Roman Polanski. Well, Roman.
Controversial.
Yeah. No, it was Guillermo del Toro. Some of these Spanish directors,
you.
man, are freaking unbelievable. And remember, I told you to watch that one show that was. It was like the Chronicles.
Yeah, wasn't that? I thought that was Benicio del Toro. No, that was
No,
him.
he's an actor.
Okay. Well, he's okay.
Yeah. No, it's it's Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah,
So I don't think they're related though.
No.
Yes. And I mean, he did like The Shape of Water, which is great, man. He did Pan's Labyrinth, I think, as well. Hellboy.
Hellboy, yeah.
And I don't know, why does it say that? Oh, okay, that's just things that, yeah. But he, you can tell his stuff because the way if you could watch Pan's Labyrinth and you watch Hellboy, you can see the makeup and the design and how he does things. You ever watch Pan's Labyrinth?
No.
All right, dude. That is up your alley.
I've watched Labyrinth. The old what's his name? The singer.
Yeah. Well, the thing with Pan's Labyrinth, you could get like the subtitles. It is.
Yeah, you think that's up my alley?
I think so, dude.
That shit?
Yeah, I think it's up your alley, bro. It's interesting, man, and it's like
Are there boobies involved?
no, but it's. I think you would like it. I just know what
Alright.
you're into, and I kind of feel like you would like it.
But let me tell you this, though. We went into a lot of mainstream directors, but we didn't go into the horror genre. The horror genre, you
Genre?
got John. Speaking of John Carpenter,
All right.
right? So John Carpenter, you got the Halloweens.
Okay.
Wes Craven, Freddy Krueger.
All right.
Right? Wes Craven was also, oh man, he had a lot, dude. He was a creepy dude. George Romero, the original.
I liked Wes Craven. He did Dracula, right? Isn't that what?
He did. Too much silence. George Romero, James Wan. James Wan did, I believe, started the Saw series. Sam Raimi.
John Woo, Face Off. Another one.
There you go.
John Woo was a good one, man.
Stanley Kubrick. We didn't talk about Stanley Kubrick.
No, we didn't. Huh? He did Eyes Wide Shut, 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yes.
He did.
Sick Man.
Yeah. What else? He did Full Metal Jacket. He did. He had a hand, I think, in AI. I don't know if he wrote it or whatever, but I think he had passed by then. And yeah, he did a lot of those weird ones, man. He did a lot of those weird ones.
Sam Raimi did the Spider-Man,
All right.
right? Evil Dead, Ash versus the Evil Dead.
Evil Dead.
There's a lot of directors.
Oh,
man.
and there's also Wachowski brothers. Matrix.
I'm not a huge.
He did. They did. So interesting with the Wachowski brothers, they became the Wachowski sisters.
What you talking about, Willis?
They both transitioned.
What?
Both of them.
Stop.
Yeah, dead serious, bro.
Stop. Yeah. No, you're making that.
No. You can't even look it up. Wachowski sisters.
No, I don't want to look it
Yeah,
up.
I'm just saying they
Thank
did.
you. How about Clive Barker? Are you familiar with Clive Barker? Hellraiser? Sleepwalker? Did you ever see Sleepwalker? That's a good movie, man.
No.
Candyman? The Plague? Now we're reaching, right? We're reaching for directors. We're just looking at our...
No, but I'm trying to get the Wachowskis did the other big one too with Hugo Weaving.
Oh, they're men turn women. I don't know what you're bringing up.
Dude, the Wachowskis, bro. Come on, bro.
No, bro. Oh. How about Rob fucking Zombie?
Oh, come on.
Come on. House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah, that's your boy.
Devil's Rejects. 3 from Hell. These are the greatest movies ever made.
Yeah. Yeah, out of your mind. And what about comedy? If you want to go comedy.
How about Peter Jackson?
Oh, yeah, Lord of the Rings. But he did like King Kong and stuff, which is not great.
It's
But
that nerdy stuff you're into.
But the Farrelly brothers.
Oh, there you go. That's all the comedy.
Something about
Ben Stiller
Mary.
stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they did like Me, Myself, and Irene, and they did Stuck on You, and they did like,
Yep.
And why do I have a brain fart with the Wachowski?
You got James Wan. He did the Megan. Did you ever watch the Megan? That movie Megan? She's supposed to be like the doll. That,
Yes, I heard of it.
all the Saws, the Insidious. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Yeah, there's so many.
I know, and we're going on and on and on with it.
I think we're getting very boring right now, but I guess so the topic really is our love for movies and our love for just wanting to give shout outs and props to the people that make these stuff happen.
Yeah.
Look at us. Look at the time.
No, we started recording a lot later.
Are you
after
sure?
that. Yeah.
because we're talking an hour and a half on our phones talking about movies and people, and we're
No,
looking
but
up the stuff as we go along.
But it's pissing me off that I can't find the freaking movie that I wanted to say, and it's going to keep bothering me until I do it.
There's a guy named Frank Darabont, right? You know him?
No.
So he's known for The Green Mile. He did a lot of Walking Dead.
Okay.
Adventures of Young Indiana Jones.
V for Vendetta.
Shawshank Redemption.
V for Vendetta. That was the Wachowski as well, just so you know.
I've never seen that.
Geez, all that time, and I'm trying to figure out the damn name of it. And then there was also...
Our purpose of this boring podcast today is to just give a shout out to the people who direct the movies we love.
Yeah.
It's not just the actors that play a part. It's not just the writers. The director is like the principal of these movies. The dad, the mom, the parent.
Yeah.
That need to make sure that these movies go good. And they get the props that they get, you know, and you got
The Coen brothers is another one. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay. The Oscars, whatever, you know, these people get their awards, but there's so many more movies that are, I mean.
Yeah, Big Lebowski, Coen brothers. Or Brother, Where Art Thou?
I mean, even look at like Jordan
Lady
Peele.
Killers.
Jordan Peele, like, is that or M. Night Shyamalan?
Oh,
are
M.
they
Night
more?
Shyamalan.
Are they like
Gosh.
directors? Are they more writers?
Well, sometimes they're both.
Or they're both? Yeah.
Yes.
You
Like
know?
M. Night Shyamalan wrote all those movies, and he directed it, and he acted in every one of them, too. I
Yes,
just
he
watched
had
Mr.
an-
Glass for the first time 2 days ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Not as good as Unbreakable.
Okay.
And it's interesting how they're trying to combine movies into it, you know, with
The original one, the Bruce Willis.
well, it was Unbreakable,
It
and
was
the-
Unbreakable.
and
That-
then-
that's the Bruce Willis.
and then the one with James McAvoy. What's his name? Split.
Okay.
That was the other one. But just to end this, because I know we're kind of going on.
Yeah,
and on
we're
with this. There's so many.
blabbing.
There's one that we did not throw out there as far as directors goes. And by the way, M. Night Shyamalan, I'm a big fan of, and some people
are?
they're hit or miss with M. Night Shyamalan, I think. But the one that I would say is one of the greatest that we didn't mention yet, and he's got such a unique style, is Wes Anderson.
Okay.
Yeah. Which he did. Recently he did Asteroid City. He did the Royal Tenenbaums, Rushmore, Life Aquatic with Bill Murray. He has his own very, very unique style. John's like, no. But yeah, Wes Anderson is a huge one, man. I
prefer
think.
Wes Craven, but if you like Wes Anderson, that's fine.
Wes Craven.
Let them fight it out, and
Yeah.
we'll see who the best Wes is.
Right.
Listen, like I said, we went long. We're
did
probably
go
a little
long.
boring. We wanted to give a shout out to the people who make our movies what they are. Like, we're movie guys, and we like
Yeah.
what we like, and
Yeah, and usually we're like a little bit more on top of it, but we've had a few, I think too many today.
we've had a few, and we wanted to make it. We just want to bullshit and talk
Yeah.
about it. You know, we didn't want to do all the research before, and like we want to just
Yeah.
talk about our favorite directors and our favorite movies.
Yeah.
And
That was fun.
sometimes you got to make shit up.
All
on the
right, we're
fly.
gonna throw this out there real quick, John. Your favorite? I think we've done this. I feel like we've done this, but who's your favorite director though?
Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith.
With
Interesting.
Scorsese's as a number 2. Yeah.
All right, I would have thought you said
1A and 1B. 1A,
Okay.
1B.
All right. For me, Spielberg, I think. Today, I'm saying that. Other times, I might say Tim Burton.
Yeah, you're usually a Tim Burton guy.
Love Tim Burton.
So you can go 1A, 1B. Right?
Yeah. But Spielberg, I guess because he's just put out so many great movies. And he's you know how John mentioned before about directors working with certain actors. Spielberg is Tom Hanks all the way.
Yeah.
You know?
Tom Hanks is probably the greatest actor of all time.
Daniel Day-Lewis, then Tom Hanks.
No, not even. Couldn't even wipe Tom Hanks's ass.
He's won Best Actor the most.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. They might as well start calling him Oscar Daniel Day-Lewis. Yeah, just saying. Just saying. On that note, 1792, Czig Meister out of Hackettstown. Awesome stuff. Good liquid. We had a fun time today. Hopefully you guys tuned into this whole episode. I know we dragged on with our directors, but I think it was a good episode to dedicate that time to.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And I want to thank our director. Our director for our podcast is Mr. Ken.
And Mr. John. We both direct these, yes.
He directs these. He's the go-to guy. I just come here and talk, and he does most of the work. And I want to let you know. He's trying
to put the blame on me.
No. I appreciate the work you put in for this.
No, we both have a hand in it, though. Yes, absolutely. On that
People
note,
love us. They hate us. Who gives a shit?
We have fun doing this, guys.
Cheers, guys.
All right.
Peace.